So I've said, that preparation is the key to the success. So, but that doesn't always mean doing everything you could do on a case, because sometimes there's a warning sign that says maybe you shouldn't do this. I handled a case years ago, represented a seaman who was assaulted on the ship by another sailor. So one of the questions was, did the fight really happen or didn't it? Was a one-punch fight. My client said the bosun hit him when the two of them were in the galley alone, and the other guy said, I wanted to, but I didn't do it. But there had been a story that there was another crewman maybe in that galley, but he'd signed a statement that said, I didn't see anything happen. That's all it said. I reached out to him one point in time to try and see if I could get anything more from him. And he told me, he says, look, what happens on a ship happens on the ship. It stays between the sailors. I'm not talking. Don't bother me. And I could tell that he was not going to say anything that was helpful. That's the way he felt and that sort of thing. So I decided I would not chase him down and take his deposition. The defense lawyer tried the same thing, tried to get in touch with him, told him the same thing. And but that wasn't good enough for him. And so they decided they were going to subpoena this guy and make him show up for a deposition. The guy walked into the room for the deposition, the sailor, and he looked at the both of us and he said, which one of you guys subpoenaed me? And the defense lawyer, who was a very good lawyer, but he was a young guy, and he was just it was his first road trip for the big firm that he worked for. And he kind of bigly said, well, I did. And he says, okay. And so right then, the lawyer knew he's in trouble, so he figures he's just going to stick to the statement and try and get him to affirm that he didn't see anything. And so he shows him the statement, and he says, is this your statement? He says, yes. He says, well, was it true when you signed it? He says, as far as it goes. Well, what are you going to do with that? If he doesn't ask the question, what do you mean? I'm going to ask the question, what do you mean? So he's stuck, and he asks, well, what do you mean? He says, I didn't see it, but I heard it. And I heard what sounded like the sound of a fist hitting flesh, and then the thud of a body hitting the deck. So there's an example. That sailor told both of us, don't bother me. And it didn't work out very well for the shipping company that the defense lawyer didn't listen to him.